What's YouTube? Cut from N221 here, and welcome back to our online replay for Season 5. After 5 full seasons of doing COH 2, I have never done a cast from actually not in the game. Nick actually sent me this replay, said it was pretty good. It's been a for some reason, this is now week 3 or 4 of classes, and everything's starting to be due. So it's been a very busy week here. So Nick was helping me out here. Recording times didn't exactly work out for us to play a match either. So this is the Port of Hamburg. Nick is going to be going from his perspective. He is in blue. They have this Panzer guy. Let's get his name here. 35th Panzer Waffe, or sorry, 34th. 35th. 34th Panzer Waffe, or Panzer Force. And then Cloud of Death is playing again, once again, representing the UA clan here. Anyway, I don't know what happens in this battle, so this could be some good stuff here. Looks like Nick is pushed up in this building, and we have Cloud over here. Engaging the British... Oh, they're playing an all-British force, by the way, if you look at these guys here. Interesting way to take control of the buildings here. Definitely battling over field early on. Nick is... hottest guys in the building. It would almost be better... I mean, there's a machine gun that was getting set up there. Look how far behind those guys are lagging there. There's the rest of the machine gun crew there. Nick's going to be in trouble if this machine gun does get into position here. Now here's what I would do if I were Nick. I would move my Kubelwagen over here and get flanking shots on this, because this cover is directional for this unit. This is actually, like, I hate this map. Like, this is Port of Hamburg is just not a good map in my opinion. Just the way it's drawn. There's no, like, distinct feel. Like, I guess this is this side's feel, technically. There's feel over there. I just don't like how choke point it is. There's, like, I just don't like it. We always uncheck this map. I think I'm 0-5 on this map, too. What is he doing? Just placing his units like that. So Nick has got more units in the building here. He can only fire from one window, so just keep that in mind when you're in the building here. He has 3 guys though that can focus fire on this machine gun here. Look at this. This guy's just going to let his units get wiped out. He almost lost another squad here. He already lost his machine gun. So Nick's not doing a bad job, not too shabby. And we got Waffe taking the center again. And now those that are going to ask, this will not be a regular thing of sending in replays or anything. This is just because I need some footage right now, and I did not have time to actually record this week. So I did grab his machine gun. But don't worry, we'll get more footage of Nick and Cloud and other Schnappy and other guys coming back soon. But Nick said this was a good one, so I believe him. Let's see, Nick actually was a... I've not gone for this doctrine in a long time. The Fortifications Doctrine, Pack 43, Artillery. Most Grenadiers can build minefields and bunkers, and you have the Storm Pioneers construct tank traps, flak emplacements, and trenches, as well as zeroing artillery. I can see a Pack 43 being useful along like this. If you put it like right in the road here, it could shoot tanks to try to come over the bridge. Nick has secured the field. They're still battling over the field in the south. It's kind of weird how his unit was pinned in. The Brits are building some emplacements. Wow, this British player that Nick is going against, it seems rather new to the game, because you need to secure these. These are 6 fuel. These are as much as that fuel, pretty much, right? Before, they used to not have standard points count for anything, but they have 5 munitions and 3 fuel. So it's vital that you capture both of those, because if you lose the fuel, you still have 3 fuel each from both those sections. So it's it basically evens itself out. Nick likes to build defensive lines, though, I will say that. He does really need to secure the VP here, though, which it looks like he's backing up to secure it. Looks like we have a lot of action here. Mortars coming out. Mortars are out. Just going to withdraw this mortar back. It looks like his mortars pretty much did some real damage there. So they're doubling. I guess they're both fighting here with Waffe and Cloud. A lot of infantry from the British. A little surprising. 3 squads here. You don't see that too often. So Nick is scared of the field on the south, and they must be just battling over this field here. Like, that must be the plan. They want to. They're claiming this field as their own. And also, what would be good is if we secured this point right here. I mean, I'm not gonna say this map doesn't look cool. Like, there's a lot of details, like spent shells there and places where you put. There's a port here, right? There's a ship there. Like, I'm not saying this map doesn't look cool. It's just choke pointy. But boy, wow, this water looks pretty darn good with my GTX 1080 here. I think we need COH 3, honestly. Like, I think the business model that Relic was doing, yeah, they got bought by Sega because THQ went out of business. I think the business model they're doing currently is they're trying to suck as much money off of this game as possible, like charging people for skins. Now, I'm not going to say it does. It gives back to the community, okay? Right? So, creators do get some of that money there. But we really need another one, another COH 2, because it's 2017. The game's 4 years old now. I'm sure graphics have gone better. Pathing issues could get better. Just a new game here. And also, I know COH 2 likes traditionally released with just one or two two factions pretty much. But they need to start competing with Men of War a little bit with 5 factions at start here. I played Men of War, like, I know exactly. I played some Men of War, I'll just say that. Like Assault Squad 1 and 2. Campaigns are very, very, very long. I would not do a campaign video on it. But Men of War can be pretty cool online. A lot of units there. Interesting kind of the manpower concept and resupply and stuff. It's a little more tactical with actual individual soldiers and stuff that you can break off squads. But I would definitely suggest that COH 2 work on that. Oh, they're building a Bofors here. Mainly, not just the 5 factions. Oh, he sees this. Nice Cloud. Beautiful use with the scout car there, wiping out that emplacement. I don't know if that costs some fuel or not. Good fortifications in the center and a good angle to cover that side there. He's got some bunkers down. That's good. He's covering his kind of left flank here. He's building it again. He has 2 scout cars, Cloud. Okay, he has to have lost some fuel from this. Right? Oh, he's got to be careful now, Cloud. Let's make them turn all their machine guns, and when you do that, you send your other car in. Well, I think destroying 2 Bofors emplacements was worth it for him. Oh, don't bunch up, guys. Anyway, back to nothing's really going on with Nick. He's secured this pretty well. His opponent has decided to fortify a meaningless position right here. If you give up on a field point, you might as well just go attack the center or something. I mean, he does have some units that have come in, but Nick is just, he's pretty fortified right here. This is where all the action is. Ooh, Cloud just lost a unit. Cloud is using those mortars, though. The highly accurate German mortars, and he's even going to lure these units in with... What was that? There was a map that I played as the British in COH 1. I was like 15-2 or something on that. It had buildings like this. There's a town on the right side. The left side had a little bit of a railroad and like a hill. It's like my favorite map. And this building kind of reminds me of that kind of area here. There's kind of like a Hamburg map too with the water, kind of like a port. Oh, what is the name of it? I'll have to think about it. Maybe one of you knows. He's trying to build another Bofors emplacement, his 3rd one. And they even have an AT gun here. AT gun wiped out his scout car. That is not good, but keep in mind this is a very forward Bofors, very exposed, can be hit from AT from multiple directions, and can be basically blown up. It's too far outside the range of this mortar back here to do anything. Let's go down to the south there, see what Nick's going on here. Interesting. Nick is outflanking the mortar position here. Unfortunately, this pipe is going to keep absorbing them. Oh, Nick, you sly dog, you! Do you see this? That's thinking outside the box right there. What Nick did was he attacked ground the bar with this kind of drain pipe here. Now, I'm happy I caught that. I'm sure he's going to be happy that I caught that too. He did an attack move or attack ground on this bar. Blew through the side there and is able to make a little bit of a hole for himself. Good job, Nick. That's very nice. Oh, hello, glider's coming in. Yeah, Nick, now is the time to retreat. A grenade on a Kupovaga. That actually did some real damage. Look at these cool commandos fighting. That's their leader right there. And he's dead. That's going to be a major problem for Nick's opponent down here. If Nick moves up, he can actually take out this thing. This glider can actually, it's like a headquarters, it can actually reinforce units. Let's see. Cloud is still bombarding the Bofors right here. The fuel is still taken by them, unfortunately. Looks like the containers are getting destroyed, maybe from a mortar. Two Bofors, a lot of emplacements by them. They're repairing and... yeah, they're very heavily focused on the north. But they have both VPs down here. Yeah, Nick should push up because he can, through the fog of war, you can see on the map here how this is kind of as a dark outline, a bold outline around it. You can tell, even if you can see a little bit of yellow there too through the fog of war, and they'll let you know there's a headquarters there. Or it also lets you know if there's a supply truck, like one of those Opal Blitz trucks. Well, they destroyed something. Yeah, that should go down. That's going to be a waste of fuel here unless they keep moving up like this. Looks like Cloud has some Grenadiers. It's kind of interesting to see him fighting on the bridge here. And look, it's just a lot of infantry from the British here. You actually see some kind of a tank or something. So that's now gone. Bofer's dead. I think Cloud did a good job covering that. And we talked about on my last one as the ZOKW with my Stuka Sufuses. Infantry support gun's probably a better idea. Speaking of Stuka Sufuses, looks like Nick has one out to the battlefield. Now the name of this replay Nick saved it as was called Stuka, so it could either be like Stuka Air Force or probably the Stuka Sufuses because I don't see he doesn't have any Air Force units. Just massive casualties the British are taking right here. 27 men already dead. Oh, nice. Nick just got wiped out a machine gun there. Commandos are moving in. The mortar emplacement from right here, and they have one here. Oh, Nick's going to have to deal with this. Because the center is going to start falling here. This does not have a machine gun in it, actually. It's very vulnerable. They do have both fuels back, though, so what's critical is if Cloud or... is Cloud getting a Stug? Honestly, at this point, I would just cancel the Stug because you have enough to get a Panzer IV. But we'll see how he makes use of the Stug here. Looks like they're wiping out his mortars here, which is not good. Both mortars wiped out here. Commandos popped right out of this building here, so they do have to be aware of that. But both fuels are in their control, so they can take out the emplacements along here. This would be quite good. Nick could also do a flanking maneuver. Definitely want to take this out so you can actually secure the point here too. I think Nick knows that. He has his stick over here.
The squad of pioneers has arrived.
I want to see Cloud Stug. Here we go. Stugs can actually be very good. We saw it's the OKW version of the Stug, the Yog Panzer. It's just like a Stug. You basically just have to. It's taking out the AT. You basically just have to maneuver them. You know, click. The biggest thing for tanks is click reverse move. That will that'll help you not just because if you were to click like here with your tank would spin, turn its rear armor to the enemy. Definitely reverse is a good idea. So the orange player, I think, is probably the weakest player on their opponents here. He's got a lot of his units back at base. He didn't make one concerted push here, but Nick is getting ready to go after these emplacements here. Unfortunately for Cloud, being on the other side of this bridge, oh, tell me Nick is going to be amazing. Okay, he did a little bit of damage there. It's hard with the Stugas. Units do start moving. Okay, with Piets and Brens, he's got to be very careful with the scout car here. Stugs are not as good at taking out infantry. Out. Looks like Nick is forced to fall back. He did do some damage to that mortar, but the Cromwell is out. And he's probably going to lose his... no, the guy's focused on his AT units. I would immediately run this unit up and start trying to Faust to protect your units, because you can just reinforce back here. Wow, the rear armor got hit and it didn't even damage the engines. That's crazy. Oh, Nick lost a squad there. It sucks because he did have AT. It's not like he didn't. But Cloud is moving his Stug down, just running over the railroad track right here. And look at this. Roaming anti-tank units. He is so screwed right now. These are all going to be rear armor shots, like instantly wiped out right there. So while he had Nick on the ropes there, he did wipe out a squad. Nick can recover from this, and he didn't take any territory with it. He just sent in his Cromwell. You definitely want to work together. You don't want to just send in tanks by themselves. He was Centaur in the middle here. Look at the mortars. Look at the mortars here, though. 16 kills and 12, so 28 kills so far from Cloud's 2 mortars, both Vet 3. Oh, nice. Is this a Puma that Nick has? Nick has a Puma. Those can be quite deadly in certain numbers here, but just wiping out British armor left and right. I'll take a look at Nick again. Stu guys, 8 kills now. Yeah, the AT is not going to do too much damage. You don't want these units really fighting against that many. It's too dangerous. Using what they're meant for. So they've neutralized their fuel once again. The enemy's down to 300 points. They've taken out what armor the enemy has been able to get. Nick sees the commandos. Nice grenade there. Would be excellent. He has a machine gun support. Good grenade there. They should be flamed out and wiped out instantly. They're also on do not fire, so they were basically sitting ducks. Okay, we have a nice AT there. Cloud's honestly a pretty good player. So nice AT gun there. He's been able to manage these British emplacements quite well. Keep his units veteran, not losing squads. I want to see Nick's Stuka around here. Do some damage to these emplacements, because I think once the British lose those emplacements, they'll be in real trouble. I'm not saying the mortar didn't get any kills here. Definitely provided some fire support for the center. Next who's going off here. Let's see it. Oh my goodness, that was beautiful. Just wiped out a bunch of units there. Yeah, just got look at that. Look at that. Look at all these guys who got killed on that little choke point there. That's a nice side surrender. Good game to the opponents. It was fun watching the match. Thanks for the replay, Nick. Here are the kills and deaths here. What really did the downfall was the orange player was not able to capitalize on taking this field. And then when he tried to shift middle, he should have been constantly attacking along here, going over the bridge. He misused his armor, going way behind enemy lines without any proper support. The British players up here did a they did an okay job trying to hold the fuel here. But ultimately, you really got to realize on this map here, this is the fuel for the OKW and the German side when you're on the bottom, and this is really the fuel that's closer to you, more easy to defend if you're up there in the north. So these are close fuel. Definitely maybe double team that, push Nick off, go for that, and try to battle over the middle. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Copperman221 signing off.